All right, so I guess, looking at the result against Dallas, I guess this defensive, like we talked to Robbie, so just defensively, I'm curious, that inconsistency, Jansen jumping in, do you feel like that had anything to do with the fact that you guys weren't able to, I guess, perform a little bit better defensively, or has it just been kind of consistent issues this year?
I don't think inconsistency helps. I don't think it helps. But I also think that there was other things that could have been done in both situations on both goals, but in other actions as well. We didn't necessarily deal with all the situations in the game in the manner in which we'd like to. And so there's things within the back line, the midfield, and even on the front line that we just got to be better at.
And I'm just curious because we talked about defensively how like a clean sheet can really just build that confidence. We always hear that from goal scorers as well. How much do you think this team needs something like that, whether it's a win or just some goals and that kind of thing?
Well, I thought even in the game before against Minnesota when we came back, I think that would have been a good spark. I also think you have to give credit. LA's a good team, so there's parts of that you can't deny. They're a good team. It's the first game in which we played in the season that I said that where I felt that the other team was better than us on the night for sure. Where in the other games we were in those games and it was just a few mistakes, but then we got back into the game or what have you. But again, we just have to be better in those moments. And I think, again, yes, will it help? Sure, it would help if you get a result one way or the other. Yeah.
You said it was the first game this season you said that, but I think it's pretty rare you ever say that a team is just much better than you.
Well, they were on if you want to say it's on the day or the night or whatever, they were. But we also, there's a lot of things that we should have been better at. And we will have to get better at that for anybody we play against. Because if you do the same things, other teams can play through you as well. But again, I say they were on their game.
And we kind of ask a similar question every week. How do you keep working on just those little mistakes that have to be better?
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep facing them. You can't shy away from them. We'll spend this afternoon. We'll spend some time looking at video on some of those situations that did occur, but also some other things. It's not just the goal itself. It's how it leads to it. It's how you get there. It's not like, hey, one guy got beat and now all of a sudden this happened. It's never just that. It's a series of other situations that we have to get better at.
Because it's from front to back that because you've always every good coach preaches the front defends and then the middle and
yeah. I mean your first defender is your center forward and it goes from there. So there's a lot more to each situation, but there's other things that just have to happen through the run of play that in this game wasn't as good as all the other games. Why I'm not sure, but we got to rectify that quickly.
And then I got to feel like the players have a lot of pressure on them to get a result right now. But do you feel that pressure right now?
I think there's always pressure on us for sure. I think of course we got to get a result. It's very important, but we also got to take it one step at a time. I think a clean sheet would be a great thing. Obviously, scoring more goals than the other team would be a great thing because that gets you a win. So there's things that we have to do to actually get there.
Mason made his debut. What did you like about him when you brought him in, his skill set, mindset, all that stuff?
I think he was really difficult to judge just because the amount of time he had. I think probably the more important one is earlier when we talked about Mason or Jansen. Mm-hmm. I thought he actually played very well in the game. A couple little mistakes, but they're going to happen when a team is playing well. You never even deal with those mistakes because they get fixed. Mm-hmm. And we got the other team capitalized on those. But I think for his full performance in a game, it was actually really good.
We tried to get a geography lesson out of him, the difference between North Jersey guys and South Jersey guys, but he wasn't telling. He said there's a difference, but he wouldn't tell us what it is. I'm not going to. I've been gone from there too long. So but there's definitely a rivalry for sure.
But you can work together.
Sure. Good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, thanks.
Peter.
See you.